Hey guys, what's up and welcome to today's second video. I have never done anything like this before, 2 videos in one day. I knew the day would come though because this is extremely necessary. I am just so freaking excited. I can't even believe that I am sitting here right now about to film this review slash tutorial slash first impressions for you guys. My husband surprised me. He went to the Mall of America all on his own, braved the crowds, went into the Morphe store and picked me up both of the Shane Dawson Jeffree Star Cosmetics palettes. Like, I'm just like, oh my god, dude, you win husband of the year. I am just like, I can't stop smiling. I am so excited that I actually have my hands on this right now. I know there are so many others out there that just waited forever on online queues, hoping to get their hands on this palette. And I do hope that all of you that tried were successful and you were able to get your palette. But yeah, I'm going to be showing you guys some swatches. We're going to talk about packaging and we are going to create a look together. Ooh, so excited. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and jump into it and let's talk conspiracy. All right, you guys, so first and foremost, this is the large conspiracy palette. Let's talk about the packaging. Wholly unique. This is just so beautiful. I absolutely love it. It is beautiful. It really is. It is unique and inspired, and I am in love with the packaging choice. I have been following the series very closely, so obviously I know what went into picking out this packaging, from figuring out how the palette was going to look on the outside to the shades on the inside, the process of picking out the shade names, and even the logo here. I just think that this is so cool, you guys. This is a hell of a time to be alive. Bringing Shane and Jeffree together like this, and they have this incredible relationship, and just watching both of their creative minds and the different ways they think just come together to create this collection is probably the most inspiring thing that I have really witnessed on YouTube, and I have to be honest in saying that. This is the mini controversy palette. Packaging is just as awesome. I absolutely love this as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at the inside of the conspiracy palette. So you have got 18 shades. There is a mirror on the inside as well. The shade names are just to die for. Just to name a few, we have My Pills, we have Illuminati, that green shade, you guys, I can't. That green shade right there, y'all know, if you've watched my channel before, I love a good green, emerald green shade. I live. Spiraling, Just a Theory, Cheese Dust, Not a Fact, Diet Cola, Diet Root Beer, Food Videos, What's the Tea. This is incredible. I love that there is different imprints on the palette. You've got a pig pressed into cheese dust. There is a cola can on Diet Cola. There is a mug for Diet Root Beer, the eye with the tear on it for Tanacon. I just absolutely love this. And how cool is it that Shane's logo is actually pressed into the shades along with Jeffree's as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at the inside of Mini Controversy. There is only one repeat shade between the two of these. So if you picked up both of these palettes, you are going to get completely different shades in each one, with the exception of Diet Root Beer. So the only repeat shade in between two of these is Diet Root Beer, and I'm not even a little bit upset about this. This is like a very necessary transition shade, crease shade. It's very versatile, so I think that that was very smart. I think it was just a good move on their part to include that shade in the smaller palette. Again, let's just talk about some shade names here. We have Canceled, The Simulation, My Apology, My Boyfriend's Purse, Cry on My Couch, a personal favorite, Exposed, Flat Earth, and I don't know if I mentioned Controversy. My brain's just like, I'm overstimulated right now, to say the least. You do get a mirror on the inside of this palette as well. So let's go ahead and go over some swatches. I did do some swatches for you guys. Not even disappointed in the slightest. In fact, these shadows swatch like a dream. I would expect nothing less from Jeffree and his brand. Watching the docu-series on this, I guess I would call it, or Shane's videos with Jeffree, watching the creative process and how many times they went back and forth with the lab and going back and forth and making sure things had enough payoff, enough pigment, that they were smooth enough, that they weren't patchy or anything like that. You can definitely tell, there is not one shade out of either of these palettes that I thought, I wish it could have swatched a little bit better. Not even a little. They were just so consistent. The consistency between the two palettes is thumbs up, A+. Love it. There are so many beautiful shades. I love it. I love the shades in both palettes. I have to admit though, I am a little bit shocked at how much I love this specific collection of shades. I love the shades in the Mini Controversy palette. I think that they are perfectly curated. Love the shades that they chose. They are unique, but then very wearable at the same time. And that is how I feel about these shadows in this collection as a whole. All right, you guys, so with that being said, let's just go ahead and jump into it. I'm gonna zoom you guys in as per usual. We're gonna figure this out together. Let's go ahead and dive into these two palettes and let's create some looks together. To be totally frank with you guys, I have no clue what I want to do with this. When you're doing a first impression and you're filming a video like this, I really just wish I could create 1,000 different looks right now, right here on camera for you guys, because the shades in these palettes are just so fun. I can't get over it. And I just don't know what kind of a look I want to go with. So I gotta think for a second. Let's see. All right, I think I got it. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off with my trusty dusty 785 tapered blending brush. This is from Delium Tools. I'm going to start off in the Conspiracy palette, and I'm going to start off with this shade right here, Tanacon. Make sure I don't have any creasing. As per usual, I have primed my eyes with the Jeffree Star Magic Star Concealer in the shade C13. That stuff is my ride or die. Now, I barely picked up any shadow, and my goodness, are we getting some color payoff here. If you've watched my channel before, you guys know that I am a huge fan of Jeffree's shadow formula. It is so good. I own Blood Sugar, I have Androgyny, and I have the Jawbreaker palette as well. They're so beautiful. Jawbreaker has to be one of my all-time favorites. For someone like myself who isn't totally into bright shades, it's just hands down one of my all-time favorite palettes. I think having a solid formula just makes exploring with makeup so much easier because it just takes little effort. Does that make sense? You know that you can just dip into it with confidence. Everything's gonna blend, and that does make it a lot easier, especially when you're learning and playing with color. I'm going to take my BH Cosmetics number 7 brush, and we're gonna dip into Diet Root Beer. And I'm just gonna focus that right on the outer V of the eye here. So right now, while the creative juices are flowing and the wheels are turning here, I'm just trying to kind of get a solid base down, my base shades, because I kind of have an idea. I just want to get the contour of the eye done, and then that way I can really go ahead and dive into some color. All right, perfect. Now I think I want to dip into Not a Fact, and I'm hoping that this will blend into this shade that I just laid down. I think that it will. I'm just going to reach over and clean my brush off on my color switch here. Sticking with that same number 7 BH Cosmetics brush, I'm just going to lightly tap into this shade right here, because when I swatched it, she packs a punch. Now I'm also going to lay this on the outer part of the eye right here, just to kind of further deepen up Diet Root Beer. I'm going to bring that just up into the crease, kind of like in circular motions. Oh yeah, that's actually blending really nicely together. Nothing's looking muddy. I'm going to make sure that I'm keeping up with the intensity, so I'm just going to keep packing that now mostly on the outer V. This shade is stunning. When I was watching the series, and I saw this shade, I was like, oh my God, bitch, I cannot wait to play with this shade specifically. I absolutely love it. When anyone else is doing their eye makeup, they're just like, oh my God, how is this gonna turn out? Like, it's almost hard to envision the finished product. You just have to be so patient because it will turn out. I take a clean brush, and I'm just gonna go ahead and make sure that all of this is blended out here. I do think I want to take that Not a Fact shade, and I do kind of want to bring that out into the crease up here a bit more. I want to add more to the natural shape of my eye with that shade. Yes, that looks much better. I'm not bringing it all the way in. I'm kind of just stopping right out here. Awesome. I love where this is going now. Things are now starting to come together the more that I blend. So now I think I am going to dip into this shade right here, Spiraling. I'm going to take my finger for this just a little bit because holy crap, all I have to do is just graze my finger across that shade and it's like intense color payoff. I'm gonna put this right in the center of the lid and I'm gonna blend that into that burgundy shade, Not a Fact, that we just laid down. Does not take much, you guys. Be careful with this shade. It is so intensely pigmented and a little bit loosely packed, but the color payoff is like, hell yeah. And then with whatever's remaining on my finger, I'm gonna blend that outward and into Not a Fact. Now I'm gonna go for the shade Illuminati. I want that all on the inner part of the eye. So I'm gonna press that and bring that right into that deeper shade. Oh my goodness. Breathtaking. Oh my God, you guys, I live for a green shadow. And this is not disappointing me. She is stunning. Can't believe how easy it is for me to just kind of use my finger and get it right into the shape of my eye without making like too much of a mess. I'm gonna take a flat shader brush, pick up a little bit more of Illuminati because I want to make sure that I get this very precise and where I need it to be. I am bringing it up into the crease because I'm kind of like creating like a faux cut crease. I want to give the illusion that my eye is just a lot bigger than it actually is. I have pretty hooded eyes, so I kind of love doing this with my shadows. The shade is just so smooth like butter, and it literally wants to stay wherever I lay it. Absolutely incredible. Now I do think I want to go ahead and deepen up spiraling a little bit because I don't want to lose that part of it either. So I'm gonna dab a little bit. I'm gonna take the excess of what was on my BH Cosmetics number 7 brush from being dipped in Not a Fact. I'm just gonna go ahead and just smooth everything in and blend so that everything looks very seamless and uniform. Perfect, I love it. Now, what do we wanna do on the lower lash line? I'm debating, what do I want to do? Let's look at the Mini Controversy palette. What would look pretty on the lower lash line? I think I wanna go in with this metallic shade right here, My Apology. I think that that would look really pretty. I'm gonna take this pencil brush right here and I'm gonna dip into My Apology here in the Mini Controversy palette. I wanna drag that kind of just right here in the center. Yes, that's perfect. It's kind of perfectly complementing Not a Fact. It's a metallic shade, so it looks very unique on the lower lash line. Using that same pencil brush, I'm gonna dip into Pigment in the Conspiracy palette. That on the outer part and then blend that kind of outwards and then into that shade that I just laid down in the center. This is such a fun, just beautiful look. I am in love with it so far. I absolutely love it. That is the one thing that I absolutely love about Jeffree's palettes is, again, I am someone who just doesn't really dive into color that often, and this just makes me feel so inspired and just wanting to play with color. I absolutely love it. Now in the inner corner, I think I want to go ahead and lay down my boyfriend's purse, and then I want to put Ranch on top of that. Take this Morphe brush right here. This is the Jaclyn Hill JH42 brush. Pick up just a little. You guys, you do not need much. These shadows are just so soft and pigmented. I'm gonna lay that right in the center. So cool. It's so crazy how much like an inner corner shade can just totally transform an eye look. I'm gonna dip into this shade right here, Ranch. It's almost like a satin finish. I'm gonna layer that just right on top. And yes, it just kind of gives an extra hit of brightness. And I'll use Ranch to highlight on the brow bone. She is reflective. All right, I think I wanna make this even more sultry. I'm gonna take this flat brush right here from Alamar Cosmetics, and I'm gonna dip into this black shade right here, my Rides here, because this is black. Like the blackest black. It is so intense. I'm going to press that right along the lower lash line, very tight. I don't want to go too much. More so on the outer part of the eye and just kind of gently fading that in. I'm not even going to bring it all the way. I just kind of want to create like this type of a look. Almost am debating if I want to take this shade right here, Sleep Paralysis, and just ever so slightly just tap that like right next to the edge of that green, just to even brighten it up a little bit more. Yes, I like that. Just like this, just so like when it kind of hits the light, you just kind of see that little hit of brightness. Perfect. All right, you guys, so I am going to go ahead and pop on mascara and I will be right back with my final thoughts. All right, you guys, so there you have it. This is the completed eye look using the Conspiracy and the Mini Controversy palette. I did want to try to dip into both palettes for you guys as best that I could, just so I could give you the best first impressions possible, let you know what I thought about both of them off the jump, and I think it speaks for itself. This eye look turned out better than I even expected it to. I am in love with it. Every single shade blended beautifully. The metallics are just so special and just have so much dimension to them. This green shade, Illuminati, this is the color of the year for me. I love how it blended into Not a Fact, Sleep Paralysis, Spiraling. Oh my goodness, it is just beautiful, you guys. I cannot wait for those who ordered this to get their hands on it so that they can be inspired as well. And I really hope that this look kind of helped spark some creativity, just to kind of give you an idea of how these shadows will work together, the colors that you can use together. They all do work. I really cannot wait to do something with Diet Cola, Pigment, and Conspiracy, and What's the Tea. This corner right here, I feel like you could create some badass looks with this. And to be honest, I feel like the look that I created is badass as well. I just love this. The intensity of the pigmentation, the green just makes my brown eyes pop, and just, I am in love, you guys. Shane did such a good job with this. Congratulations to Shane. You killed it, my man. This turned out beautiful. These shades, the colors are just fantastic. This is so special and unique. And let's not forget, again, Mini Controversy, because this palette is gorgeous as well. I want to create a look with these right here. I mean, like I said, all the colors are beautiful, but my goodness, man, this is just a beautiful inspired collection of shadows. A+. Good job. Again, congratulations to Shane and Jeffree as well. Y'all killed it with this. You broke the internet today, and that is just something to feel so incredibly proud of. Wow, what an inspiration, what a feat, and again, what an awesome end to 2019. You guys killed it and ended it with a bang. Honestly, what other holiday collection is there? This is the most inspired. This is the most unique. Absolutely beautiful. Give this video a huge thumbs up if you liked it. Let me know in the comments down below what you picked up from this collection. What are you most excited to receive? Let me know kind of what happened with your checkout experience, because I know some people were in line or in queue, so to speak, for an hour. If you enjoyed this video, please share it with your friends, family, your neighbor. It helps me out so much. Give this video a huge thumbs up if you like it, and of course, if you enjoyed the content, hit subscribe and hit that bell button. That way you are notified. There are going to be more tutorials to come, I promise you that. Let me know what colors you guys would like to see me use. Maybe you guys can pick the shades, and then I will create a look using the shades that you recommend. Just something fun and interactive that we can do together. I just want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Mwah. I love you all so much. Bye, guys.